how am I here? I'm in the frickin' Himalayas, riding a Royal Enfield Himalayan at its world launch. Like, what? What is this life?
Righto team, so still pinching myself, but Royal Enfield invited me to go to Manali in northern India to the global launch of their all-new Himalayan 450. So after many flights, we eventually found our way to Kulu Airport, which is just at the very base of the Himalayan mountains, for a cab ride all the way up to Manali, which was to be our launch destination. Righto guys, we have landed very close to the final destination, and yeah, balmy 12 degrees, lovely and picturesque. It's gonna be good. I feel like a kid on Christmas. Right, so after what we thought was a rather sketchy cab ride, but is just part of the course for this part of India, we arrived in Manali, and oh man, were we greeted with a really cool reception. It was pretty clear Royal Enfield was laying everything on for us, and after a full introduction to the new bikes under the stars, it was time to start ride day one. Rightio team, welcome to day one, or ride day one, of the Royal Enfield Himalayan launch in the Himalayas, which, if I tilt down and adjust that, are right behind me. So, riding the brand new Himalayan 450 today, and it's going to be cracking. We've got about 240 or so kilometers to do. It is very cold. I've got all the kit on to stay warm, and honestly, it's mind blowing that I'm here. I can't believe it. So, I'll take one last look at the mountain. That is a hell of a view to wake up to. There we go, just that. So, onwards and upwards. Got to meet the team, and then we're off to ride our bikes. Let's go. Righto, good morning from the Himalayan launch. We're about to head off into the icy wilderness of the Himalayas. The brand new Himalayan 450. So much has changed about this bike, so we'll have a quick gander, and I can tell you some more about it. So, press bikes we're riding, they're all pinnacle colours. So there's, I think it's glacier white, and the black with gold, which is just mint. So this is my bike number 46, ready to go. Got the 360 cam on it. Seat is the standard seat in the high position, so it should be nice and comfortable for my legs. Will reach down to the pegs. We've got a TFT screen right here, which crack it on. There we go. Don't worry about the flashing, that's just the camera. So she's looking good. We are ready to hit the road. We're just waiting our turn to ride off. I'm here with all the Aussie crew. Yeah, the Aussies. Yay. And yeah, we are good to go. So let's get moving.
Quite nice right here. So I've got my left foot on the foot peg, ready to change down to first, but my right foot is perfectly flat, and that's with the standard seat in the high position. So off we go. Oh yeah, standing ergonomics on this bike are far superior to the first generation. Ooh, we were sitting there for a while waiting for the kick-off. I think a few of us are standing up, not because we really need to, but because we want a bit of airflow over us, because it was really cold this morning. Got all the liners in. There's snow up on the mountains, and we just need a bit of airflow going. Yeah, important note they told us during the briefings was that because we're going up to about 10,500 feet, once we're up that high, we're going to lose about 30% of the power of this engine. So we're going to go from 40 PS down to about 28, I believe they said, which is still more than the first gen Himalayan has. So feels like a bit of a kind of long throw to the shifter. These are all pure first impressions, by the way, guys. Literally, we've not ridden the bikes until now. When in Rome, do as you're told. Toot toot behind people, let them know you're here. Well, not in Rome, we're in Manali, northern India. And I think this is quite likely a trip of a lifetime for me. Moo cow. Holy moly, check that out for a view. Oh, tight turns. Yowza. This stuff's awesome. Let's see if I can get the camera working. 360. I can see around. Man, this place is just magical. Alright, don't get taken out by the massive truck. How am I here? I'm in the frickin' Himalayas, riding a Royal Enfield Himalayan at its world launch. Like, what? What is this life? Oh. So impressions about this bike and its performance are quite good. Like, it's meant to have about 40 horse, 40 newton meters of torque, and its gearbox spread is meant to be sort of matched to its torque spread, its torque characteristics. So it's meant to have quite a lot of low down chug. But unlike my 250 Rally, I don't feel like I'm utterly wringing its neck at all times. Like, still got probably a quarter of the throttle to go, and I'm just cruising along. It's feeling very nice. Alright. So this is a really long tunnel, and we have been told we have to keep to the speed limit in here, so cruise down to 40. Do not litter. 8 kilometers. We are in a massive 8-kilometer tunnel underground. Right, I've just made an observation. Still in the tunnel. It does go on forever, but the dash, so it does alternate between a daytime mode and a nighttime mode. But if you're running the trip and navigation system, your Google Maps doesn't alternate, it seems. So I've still got quite a big white presence on my dash, whereas if I wasn't running it, I don't know if you can see Kaz's dash over there, but that's nice and black and it looks very classy. But yeah, dark at night, that could be a bit dazzling. I imagine that probably in one of the updates they did say that this dash is going to be updated via smartphone, which is connected via Wi-Fi. So there's way more features and way more tweaks they can do to this over time, which is a really smart decision, because you look at some TFTs and they age quite quickly, and they start to look a bit naff, or they're lacking in features, and Royal Enfield being able to tweak what's on this dash is going to be huge, I think, for the longevity of this model. Out into the lights. Wow. That was a long ass tunnel, but wow. Merging into this is magical. It's amazing, the landscape and the people are just changing. The people up here look very different from the people in the lowlands. The homes are different. The traffic's still mildly insane, but there's very little of it, thankfully. I would not be able to ride down in Chandigarh, which is where we first landed. That kind of stuff's beyond me, I think. But these country roads, mountain roads, they are quite magical. We're doing launch pace here, which is yeah, not really cruising along sightseeing speeds. And we're pushing the bikes, trying to find limits, find stuff to ride about. But holy moly, this is just next level. It's so beautiful. Got lots of friendly waves from locals, lots of kids. Had a couple of dogs run out, but yeah, it's definitely been less sketchy than I had in the back of my mind. So far, so good. It's just stunningly beautiful. A few spots like this where you're going to have to sort of follow the I'm bigger than you rule. Whew, close. Now the mirrors on this bike are quite good. Thinking about those. So my left mirror, that's got the action camera on it. That's buzzing a bit, but that's not the mirror's fault. Right mirror, it's mirror-like. It's gorgeous. So that's really nice. They've got some accessory mirrors that are adjustable. The accessories for this bike, they're going to have over 30 accessories at launch, including a rally kit, which if I was buying this bike, I would definitely go for the rally kit. I like a good rally bike, looks great. Adds some good protection for the under engine, and you get taller bars too, which standing up, it's alright. They're a bit sort of low and far back. I'd like them a bit more higher and far forward. Just get that aggressive sort of feeling on them. There's also a touring kit, which adds like hard luggage, big touring screen, some other protection bars and such. All in all, Royal Enfield have really gone all out on this bike. A lot of the development was done from the UK side, so the engine was developed by Brits, the design team were Brits. Okay, let's pump you up that way. Yeah, the first Himalayan wasn't designed to be a global market bike, but this one has. It really shows. Okay, yeah, gotta get. Oh, these river valleys are just stunning. Colour of the water. You're not going to be able to see it because of the action camera view, but it's down there, and man, does it look good. I have a very strange desire to go and touch it. I want to touch the cold waters of the Himalayas. Go here, there we go. But if you like hairpin corners, the Himalayas are for you. They're everywhere. And almost every single one of them is dirt.
Check that out, team. So we're at the Greece Moto Club, and this is their view from the back door. Everyone's cranking being a bit noisy on the other side, but I thought I'd pop over here just to see what's what. It'd be awesome to just sit here and enjoy it. So far the ride is incredible, absolutely incredible. So yeah, I lost my scarf. All the cultural experiences. This place is just amazing. The roads are really cool. They can catch you out if you're not paying attention, but there's some incredible twisties. The scenery is off the chart. This is truly a trip of a lifetime. I'm very grateful to be here. Right, back to the madness.
Right, I wasn't planning on recording for a little while, but we're on a very tight mountain road, barely one lane, but it's two-way traffic. I've been following this local boy with his gas bottle on the back of his bike. They'll transport anything on bikes here. It's really quite incredible. But all these just tiny villages, I don't know how they make a living, what they do for the day-to-day, but they're in a really beautiful place in the world. And I'd love to sort of learn more about them. Oh, there we go, there's that amazing rock formation again. You can see the way, all the different layers of rock and everything compressed to make that giant mountain.
take two because last time my wireless lapel mic wasn't working. So hopefully you can hear me alright. We are at the halfway point of the Himalayan launch. We're at the top of the dirt section. There is a beautiful mountain up there in the distance. Oh, off goes Paul somewhere.
Yeah, no, I know.
Guess we're allowed to go further up the hill. There is a beautiful, very steep drop here down to a beautiful river. Woohoo! Yeah, nah. And this is truly an amazing launch. It's going to take some beating. We're up in the lower Himalayas, which when you look up at these mountains, it's these things are huge, so the proper Himalayas must be really impressive. The Himalayan 450, it is impressing. Very controlled feeling, confidence inspiring, accessible, all the things they talked about in the briefing last night. It's gonna be a hit with learner adventure riders, I think. So we have about 116 kilometers to go now. We start shooting back towards base camp, to the hotel and whatnot. But yeah, this is just amazing stuff. Things I like about the Himalayan so far, well, styling's really grown on me actually. The engine's quite nice. Up here, we were told about 30% less power up at 10,500 feet. So down to about 28 horsepower from 40. Still amazingly good fun. So yeah, proper toolkit under the rear seat too. So you actually have a C-spanner to adjust your preload. You've got Allen keys, everything you need. New Zealand models are going to come with tubeless tyres. So it really is a well put together, really well thought out beginner adventure bike. So I'm going to jump back, get hydrated, and we will come back to you, I think. So, not quite sure what the plan is from here. Might get to cruise up a bit more, but this has been awesome fun.
Here's hoping for a slightly less dusty ride back. All right. Oh yeah, she's definitely peppy. Yeah, I think so far I cranked up the preload 2 clicks on the rear because I'm a heavy boy. Yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit with the rebound, which was sort of kicking me up and over stuff as well. The toolkit on these is, for a budget adventure bike, fantastic. I was talking to Chief Designer Mark Wells, who probably has the quote of the year. Motorcycles
are fucking amazing.
You heard it here first.
100%. Mark Wells, Chief of Design. Ding.
And he was saying comprehensive toolkit was something that they picked up from their chats with riders about how they could improve the previous Himalayan, what riders wanted in the next one. So there's a C-spanner for your shock adjustment, which you can easily do. Plenty of Allen keys, There's hex keys, spanners, there's even axle tools. So yeah, most riders who are doing heavy, real hard stuff, hard adventure, they're probably going to augment that, but as a factory kit, it's brilliant. So yeah, very pleasing that Royal Enfield have done such a good job on just some of the little things. Another biggie is the bike's nice and narrow through the subframe, because they've relocated the airbox to under the tank. So this not only improves wading height going through water crossings, the previous generation Himalayan and the Scram 411, they're really wide through the middle, and yeah, not ideal for standing up ergonomics. This is vastly improved. Now everyone else is charging off ahead. I'm going to enjoy not being in dust. Enjoy the moment. Because let's face it, I don't think I'm ever going to have the chance to come back here and do this again. I want to soak it in. This truly is a trip of a lifetime. Now this bike's not meant to be a high performance machine in any really respect, but it's fun, and that's what really counts. Oh my gosh, that's a long way down. Yeah, these roads are narrow. You don't really want to be dicking around going full guns in case you come around the corner and meet a truck. Just like this. Wow, the colour of that water. It's the Himalayan rally stage. Will I catch the guy on the fruited out bike? Who knows? Will I crash out and will it all end in disaster? Hopefully not. Number 46 Himalayan closing in. I'm catching him. I'm catching him. Oh, we're coming into the village section. He seems more willing to go faster than I am. We've caught Andrew. Let's call that the end of our rally stage. Oh, that looks like fun. There we go, on the tarmac again. Didn't catch the fruity bike, but I caught Andrew. He left way before me. I'll call that a win.
So just to be clear, it wasn't all just messing around riding the nuts off those little Himalayans. There were some quiet moments to really just stop and take in the amazing place that we found ourselves in. That water is crystal clear until you get to the weird blue bit. Full of minerals and stuff. If you drink it, it's probably got quartz in it, you'll get sparkly poo. That's my theory anyway. Like, there's just so much quartz here, it's unreal. Like, you can probably see this one. So Royal Enfield has taken that as inspiration for some of the colours of the new Himalayan 450. Stuff, you know, all the different colours of the rocks. Magical. Right, she's starting to get a wee bit windy, just using the iPhone. Found the beach. Getting a bit of sun, as you can see. This has been an utterly amazing trip. Really grateful to have been here. The food's been great. The people have been lovely. Made a few new friends from the Aussie media and even one lost Brit. It's just been awesome. Yep. Hard to beat. Oh yeah. Let's not look at Mitch taking a whiz.
Himalayan Death Road. Right, we're hard up against the bank. That's how close he gets to us. Can he get round the taxi? Oh, loads of room. Oh, you're killing the moment for me, Chris. Oh, another car coming behind. Is that snow? Is that snow starting to fall? Is that snow? Hey guys! Snow! Wowee. Snow in the Himalayas. That's quite special. Right. Well, I'm glad I'm wearing my layers at the top. Oh, this is wild. Never seen snowfall before, so that makes this trip even more special. Hopefully though, we don't get a dumping of it before we get back to Manali. So this seems to be how these media rides usually end, with some kind of frantic blast to get away from something. So yeah, that's snow up there on the mountain. We are back in the 9-kilometre long Atoll Tunnel, the world's longest tunnel above 10,000 feet. Sure feels that way. Feels like this tunnel goes on and on and on and on. Oh, shiny truck. India is just full of surprises. I'm loving my time here. Right, save some battery for when we get back, or at least closer to the launch pad, and we will catch you there.
Righto, that is it. We have ridden the Royal Enfield Himalayan in the Himalayas, the world launch, and this little bike is going to do big things. It's a tremendous engine, and we were riding it with 30% less power because of the altitude. Gearbox is lovely, 6-speed gearbox. What else can I say? It goes really well off-road. It's really going to give the KTM 390 a big run for its money. I suppose I should say some negatives. Otherwise it's all just going to seem like, oh yeah, it's great. My headlight came loose. The Allen bolts that hold the headlight in securely, we were ragging on them for 2 days, high RPM stuff. So mine sort of worked their way out a little bit and my headlight popped up. But that's easily fixed, and let's face it, most riders aren't going to be ragging on them like we were. If you crash hard enough, you can get the crash bar to hit the tank, as one of our colleagues found out. Other than that though, it is a solid little bike, just like Royal Enfields always are, and it's thoroughly modern and it's doing the job. You won't believe the places it'll go. So, with that, and while everyone else comes rolling in, we'll call this a day. And, can't wait for these bikes to come back to New Zealand so we can ride them at sea level with the full fat 40 horsepower. But at 28 horsepower, it's still bloody good fun. So that's that. See you next time.